This week, David's accused of a hit and run. I get into a truck crash, and Chloe talks about the new ALDI truck. So let's strap down, let's strap in, and let's do this.
This is just another trucking podcast.
Ladies and gentlemen, are we ready? Are we ready?
Are you actually going to properly start it this time?
We'll see. We'll see.
I'm ready.
Definitely.
Are we clapping?
Oh shit!
Oh yeah, let's clap. Let's be all like professionals and shit. 3,
3, 2, 1.
Look, we're like fucking well professionals.
We are well
more than well professionals. You know, we're all multi-millionaires with this podcast because it's the number one podcast in the UK. You know,
totally.
Well, no,
totally.
we're the number one podcast. Okay.
Yeah.
If we're gonna make shit up,
are we actually bigger than Joe Rogan now?
Yeah,
or are we talking about truck?
I've confirmed that.
Yeah.
I made a website.
We're amazing.
Yeah.
Well, then it's real. Google says it's real.
Right.
And whoever says it isn't is fake news.
Yeah, you're on Facebook. That's fake.
Hello. This is Just Another Trucking Podcast. I am your host, Tom, and I'm joined, as always, by my good friends, my co-hosts. Hello. How are we doing? How's your week's been?
Week's been great.
Yeah, it's
wow.
been good.
You two are not bringing the energy tonight already. That's...
You're really happy for like a change. What's wrong
I didn't
with you?
want to talk over her. I was waiting for Chloe to say something first.
Always happy.
Yeah, we're being
always
over
happy.
polite. Are you? You were quite angry like the last couple of weekends. You have been quite
I have.
angry.
I'll level with you. The last episode, I definitely brought the sass. That was full. Yeah.
Yeah,
That was
you
the
were
whole thing. The whole
definitely
thing.
time of the month in it there.
What'd you get up to?
Yeah, we'll go with that. Surprisingly, I've had a shit week. That's been the whole thing. I've had a oh yeah, there was something that happened Wednesday.
Something?
We'll get into that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Is this why you're in a good mood? Because you've got so much to bring us. And you're just like, yes. I'm like rocking this out.
I'm going to unload. Basically, I think this is free therapy in a way.
It is, totally.
So, yeah.
Right.
Amazing.
I was in a bar last night, and for the first time in forever, talking to my friends, and there was karaoke going on, and it was just to have a conversation. You have to yell, and I forgot what it was like to be in a bar and have a conversation.
Oh, it's terrible.
And this is just nice to actually not have to yell and kind of half hope that you can hear me, because at a bar you don't want to be, you'd be like kind of nodding your head. I'm like, oh, I didn't catch that one. Yeah,
And then,
yeah, I know what you mean.
I can't.
well, and then like
my
the third
hearing's
time
fucked.
you've asked them, you're like, no, that's it. I'm just gonna nod and go agree with it. It's fine. Whatever you say.
Absolutely.
Yeah, no, I can't. If there's background noises, I struggle to hear. So bars are like worst case scenario for me. I cannot deal with them at all. That's
Just drown it out with a drink. Don't care what's going on. Oblivious.
Just nod your head.
Hooray, that's all good. Yeah. Chloe, I want to hear
Yes.
your story first. Actually, no. 1 second. Let's do
T-shirts.
all of the housekeeping shit.
Yeah.
Housekeeping.
Yes. T-shirt. Go on.
T-shirts.
None of us are wearing T-shirts. None of us have thought
I
to
got a
wear
Stranger
T-shirts
Things one.
tonight. Jesus Christ. I've just got like a such happy face.
I got one of
now.
my 100 grey T-shirts that I wear.
Oh,
I got a lot of grey T-shirts.
It's very you. You're like the Tom Scott of grey T-shirts. No, a few people will get that joke.
That's
Very
right.
few,
He's that
though.
YouTuber. Is he the science YouTuber, dude?
Kinda, yeah. But he's famous for always wearing a red shirt.
Oh,
Like,
okay.
always.
Okay.
In every single one of his
Right,
videos,
right.
he wears it. He's got like.
David's famous for his grey shirts right now. Yeah.
Well, he might be
Grey
now.
shirt,
Well,
grey
let's
beard.
make it famous. Let's make it a thing. Either way, if you want T-shirts, you want merch, stuff like that, go to salmonslap.com. If you're watching on YouTube, go and give us a like, comment, subscribe, all of the good stuff.
Mm-hmm.
What's the other stuff I need to do? iTunes. If you're listening on iTunes,
Yeah, iTunes. Comments.
review us. If you
Share
are
us
seriously,
as
if
well.
you are listening on iTunes, please review us because it helps out massively. If we get like all the good stuff on iTunes, really good.
It's really good. Yeah.
Wow, that fizzled out at the end there.
Even to be fair, even if you don't like us, leave a comment on YouTube because that also helps us.
Yeah.
We get interaction. Give us something.
Help. All things help.
Give us some interaction.
Chloe, I want to hear about whatever this. You said there was a story about someone holding your hand in traffic.
Yeah. So this happened over the summer. So it was a little while ago, but then other things have happened since then. And I thought
this is fresh, hot off the press. This.
Well, I've not really told anyone about it, and then a few things have happened recently, and I'm just thinking, do you know what? This is just like inappropriate behaviour. And basically, this guy, I've met him a few times. He used to be like an agency driver, and now he goes off and does training. So he's like in the passenger seat training lorry drivers. So obviously, I'll wave at him, I'll acknowledge him, like, all right, mate, yeah, acknowledge. Anyway,
this isn't the same guy from the lay-by, is it?
No.
You
no excuse.
You will never live down the lay-by.
I completely forgot about that. That was definitely inappropriate.
We didn't.
Anyway, so I was pulled up to the traffic lights, and it was like a 2-lane. So this other guy pulls up, and it's a learner. I'm like, oh, it's a learner. And I'm like, it's the middle of summer. My arm's out. I'm relaxed. I'm chilled out. My arm is right out. And he comes along, and I go, oh, hello, like that. And he goes, oh, we're so close. We could hold hands. And then literally launches his arm out, grabs my hand. I'm just like, whoa. Flinch that back like, this is awkward. Quick, green light, green light. Yeah, what makes you think that was appropriate? Is that something you guys would do?
No.
Like, seriously?
No.
I think it's something that I could imagine me and you doing, but we have that kind of jokey sort of. I know there is a kind of a jokey rapport,
limit,
but the same thing as well. I would also do that to David in a kind of like a jokey thing, and it would be funny and it'd be all hilarious. But at the same time, if I didn't know the person, would I?
You've just something like that. You've just waved at them a few times. You're not going to be doing it, are you?
No. I think that's someone who. But I think because he's a trainer, I think by their very nature. No, I think as because he's a trainer, and it's what I used to work for a company where so I used to be a chugger. Some people are going to fucking hate me, but this is my. So one of my first jobs when I was dead young.
What's a chugger?
Was you know them cretins who stand in the streets and try to get you to sign up to charities.
Right. Okay. Yeah.
I did that. But we did this. We just realised I've never talked about this, but basically we used to travel the whole of the UK. We used to go everywhere. Like so, we'd go as far as Inverness. Went to Northern Ireland once. There was a bomb scare. That was a whole thing. And every single
That's another
week,
story.
we'd on a Sunday we'd set off to the area and work in Cornwall for a week, or we'd work at in Scotland for a week. Sometimes you'd be out for 2 weeks, but you'd be out for a week and then you'll come back and you'll go out to a different area. And, like there's different ones that have different charities.
Okay,
but every single week you'd usually swap with a different team, or you'd have different people on your team, and so like you'd be living with these people. So you kind of, because you're in this very kind of confined space, it was like they were like 5-minute friends, where you get to know them, and for that week they'd be your best friend, and after that that'd be them gone.
You'd never speak to them again,
and that would be them. You'd probably never speak to them again. And I think with him being a trainer. And this is just a stab in the dark. Maybe it's that fact that because he is with someone for a week in that very close environment, and so he's gotten used to just being very friendly with someone for a week, and then never see them again, and that's them done.
So you just saw an opportunity. Not going to see her again. I'll just grab it.
maybe, and this is me just trying to find a justification or trying to help. That kind of maybe trying to find some logic in this, but maybe because of that, he's gotten used to becoming friends with people really quickly.
Maybe. I didn't think of that, but I still think it's weird.
Oh no, I mean, don't
No
wrong.
doubt.
There's only so much I can do to try and justify what he's done.
Especially,
I mean, you're doing
especially
well.
this day and age after the pandemic,
I thought so.
when it was just
Yeah, no
harder
one
to
wants
touch
to
anybody
touch.
in the first
Yeah.
place. You know what I mean? Isn't
Yeah,
like
that's true. Yeah.
I'm still finding it strange to hug and shake hands with strangers. You know, I want to say, so, you know, when we get introduced to somebody, I'm like, hey, bring it in here. I don't shake hands. I hug. We still get
I'm a
those people.
hugger.
Yeah. But, you know, whatever.
So the other one that led me up to this, that sort of reminded me of the story, is I was washing my truck this week for like an event to go and like little kids are basically going to get in and out of my lorry and look at it and stuff. So it had to be spotless. So I took it
David,
up to...
very quickly, can I just stop you there for a second? Because David, when she said that she was driving, when she said she was doing a car wash or a truck wash, I'll level with you. I imagined something very different.
What did you imagine?
David?
Slow motion.
Yeah. Right. Yeah. Right. Okay. Continue. Sorry.
Right. It wasn't
Listen,
that special.
we are
all
both
right?
guys. There are things that guys, when you say car wash or truck wash,
All right.
there's
I
just a
was...
logical step as to where our brains
Okay,
are going to go.
car wash, yes, but not truck wash.
But he's
just
washing a
truck wash.
vehicle.
I'm in my high vis and I'm grubby from washing it. That's not...
I mean,
that's what you wanna
that
see.
wasn't what my... Fucking shit. Just move on quickly.
Basically, I was washing down the lorry and I was completely in my own little zone washing it away. And then the next thing I know, like later on, I get back to the yard and one of the drivers that, not really one I talk too much, was like, oh, I took a picture of you. I was like,
What?
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 He's like, oh yeah, because I know you like to put it on Instagram and stuff. I was like, oh right, yeah, thanks.
It might have been a good intention. Thought he was doing something good, but
Yeah.
obviously, most people would think the other.
Like again, if it was one of you, and I'd be like, oh yeah, you're just doing it to take the piss, you know? I'd be like, yeah,
I mean,
yeah,
again,
bastard.
was he just taking a lot of pictures of what was going on, or so let's just get some context here, because if
Like
he was
I am
taking
fully
pictures,
in the zone. I was like completely out of it, and like
No,
my ass was to
But
him,
what
so I
I'm
was
saying
like,
is, right. So is it literally just you washing your truck? That's the only thing.
literally
Or
just
is
me
there-
washing my truck.
I'm
There's
struggling.
silence.
I mean,
For a second there, I was like, wait, shit.
Tumbleweed.
Is the internet bad?
I don't know. Well, I was thinking if it was like an event and like there was a lot of things going on and he was taking pictures
I
of
wasn't
all
even
the
at the
things
event
that were
yet.
going on.
No, he was driving past in his truck, and then
Oh, this
stopped.
is somehow getting worse.
He
This is
stopped.
somehow getting worse. So wait, he was driving past and was like,
Reverse.
oh well.
oh hi,
There we go.
literally,
Took a picture of you.
it's a bit
Well,
weird. Yeah, have I left you speechless? You know,
Yeah,
Jesus, Tom speechless. Wow.
yeah, I don't know. I will say so.
go around next week and just take random pictures and see what report you get.
Well,
Top
so
tip.
I-
See what happens.
I have taken pictures. I took a picture of Zoe and Katie at work.
yeah, but you get on with them. You know them really well.
Well, it's not just that, but I also I said, can I take a picture? Can you stand here? Can you do all of this and sort of thing? Just because I will say it's the best picture I've ever taken.
is that the one where you're on a quarry or something and then the sun sets
And there's
in
the
behind
sunrise.
That
and
is
the
a
head
brilliant
behind.
picture.
It's a
Yeah,
fun
what
moment.
about the slow mo video with Baywatch theme?
Oh yeah, no, that one's amazing.
Oh, but actually, that never actually got released.
I wonder
That
why.
was
It is
just
now.
it was just a private. That was just a private joke. It was fucking funny. I don't know if
I mean, in all fairness, though,
you.
you were already doing a video in that case, weren't you? So
I was.
if
I
someone,
was doing a video.
if someone
and,
runs
yeah,
across
she
in
was
front
aware.
of you, she's in it already. It's not your fault.
Well, yeah. I mean, I'll tend to let people know that I am recording. If I'm doing the same run with people, I'll say, listen, just let you know, guys, know I am recording. I'm going to be doing this.
I don't let anybody know.
Yeah.
Well, then it's
And-
fine. Yeah.
Well, plus it means that when I'm sat in my cab at a quarry and I'm like very happily talking to myself and waving my arms around and stuff like that, they don't think I'm a complete and utter fucking lunatic. Well,
I'd love to do
Wow.
that. I've literally have never walked around. I don't believe I have anyway. Doing a vlog. I've always wanted to do a vlog. Like I have ideas. I've watched vloggers.
It takes a while to build up the confidence. And do you do that thing, Chloe, where you'd be really into it, and then another truck starts coming along, and you're like, and
yes. Or you'll stop at lights. Or doing
and you can't say anything.
And then you're just like, pretend to be on your phone, and you just be like, yeah. Just stop moving, and you're just like that.
I just don't want to be judged. I don't want to. I feel like everyone judges me, even though they're not really. They might be like, oh, guy's videotaping himself, whatever, but I just feel as like, oh, he's just one of those guys who wants to be famous on YouTube, and like, oh my god.
I get a lot of when I set up my camera on my tripod. Obviously, it's all on my phone when I do it, and I'll set it up, and people will know that I'm doing it. Like, I'll let the managers know and that, and then I'll get other people walking past going, "What are you doing?" I'm like, "I'm recording. What does it look like I'm doing? Why?" And then I'm like,
oh god,
YouTube. And then I'm like, "Oh god, this is embarrassing now." So I'm full on.
I had the same thing. I was doing a demonstration on chaining up my tires, but it was a lovely day, but whatever. And I literally had tripods and cameras all over, right? So I got every single angle. And a guy comes up to me and starts talking to me. I'm like, do you not see what I'm doing here? Yeah. I just figured if you do it this way, it'd be better and blah blah blah. Dude, no. I'm literally recording right now. You're ruining my entire thing. I have to start all over again now. I didn't think I needed to say recording in progress. Please stop. You know what I mean? As
you just wouldn't come over. Yeah.
I've got a magnetic mount for one of my cameras. Mm-hmm. It's phenomenal. It sticks to the side of the truck, and I was doing this time lapse, and I'm trying to think. It was this fucking amazing time lapse where there was a conveyor system involved, and it looked there's fucking vehicles moving around. Awesome, like fucking awesome thing. And about partway through it, this guy looks at it, walks up to it, and then fucking pulls it off and starts looking around, as in whose camera's this?
Kidding me?
And I had to go up to him and said, "What are you doing? Why have you taken the camera off?" "Oh, well, I wondered whose it was."
Oh my god!
So why have you taken it off? Can't just. So what I thought is I'm now gonna have to go and get something that says I'm recording. Please don't touch me.
Time lapse in progress.
Yeah.
Have you ever seen Casey Neistat and how he makes his videos? He literally will put a camera on the other side of the street, all right, and then press record and walk to the other side, go back again, and then videotape himself on the skateboard coming up to the camera and then start talking again. So he has to have a lot of trust in leaving his do it, because he literally says, like, because he does all his recording, it just looks like someone else is holding the camera and then placing it, but he literally has to place the camera, go out of sight, and then come back again. It's just that he does that throughout his entire videos, and it's a lot of time consuming. But I just wondering, like, how many times have people actually tried taking his cameras?
Oh yeah,
but I don't think he gives a shit, because you look at like some of the drones.
Oh my
god!
And
he just like the amount of drones Casey Neistat is, it's crazy. It's fucking crazy. We have gone way off topic, by the way.
What was the topic?
I don't know. Oh, inappropriate, wasn't it? Inappropriate behaviours. Yeah, totally inappropriate. How dare they go and take a camera?
I've got some.
There we go.
Was I telling you guys about the complaint I got?
You got a complaint?
When you parked.
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
Right. Yes.
Yeah,
she did. Why? It's more escalated.
She called
up again.
She's called again. Yeah, she's called again.
Oh wow.
She spoke to the transport manager. She said she's not happy. This is the last time she's going to warn us. After that, she will be going to the police about it.
But it's legal.
They can't do anything about it.
Well, Danny's been really good with her. He's asked, does she need the number?
999.
Which is a fucking straight up baller move. Let's be honest. That is a fucking baller move.
That's proper calling her bluff, isn't it? I mean, all right, yeah, crack on.
When I got told about that, I was like, you're my hero. Fucking
but what can she do about it? Like, they're not going to do anything if it's legally parked.
It's not a police matter.
No, and
all they can do about it. It's not even. I mean, it's not even fair enough. If I was in a residential area or if I was doing something illegal, and yeah, crack on. Like, I mean, obviously, but the reality is, she's spoken to the transport manager and the owner, who haven't just dismissed it, have actually gone on Google, have looked where I am, have seen the pictures. I've sent them pictures through, all of that. They've done the research. They've made sure that I'm legally parked there. In fact, when you go on Google Street View, there's cars parked in that position.
Well, she's got no leg to stand on.
Exactly, yeah.
Would you put her into the category of Karen?
Oh, nice segue. Nice
saying,
segue. That was really nice. I mean, that wasn't.
That was good. I liked it. That was good.
I wasn't going to use the Karen subject this week.
I mean,
but
what you could try and do.
Down that line.
You could, like, just detach your trailer, leave it there, and then go and park on a drive. Do you think that would wind her up?
So.
Okay, what is her?
She can't get rid of.
What is
She
actually
can't
her-
get rid
is-
of you though.
Is it the loudness of the truck?
No.
Or no?
No,
It's
she
just an
doesn't-
eyesore.
doesn't-
It's a truck.
Yeah, she
That's
doesn't-
all it is.
No, no, it's not an eyesore. She can't see it from her house. There's no
She can't-
houses there.
What?
So she's
I
just got
figured
an
you were parked.
issue
Like
for no
I've
reason.
I've taken the
there's
gamble
no-
and parked outside somebody's house, and it's
No,
just,
no,
I always
no.
feel bad about setting the brakes, 'cause like, or like you have to start your truck for a few minutes in the morning just to build up air and all that.
No, it must be about 150 meters from the nearest house.
Jesus
not two.
Christ!
Wow. So there's no reason. But then it, like, on Facebook recently, I've noticed a lot going on recently where people are going, "Oh, this van keeps parking on my street. They don't live on this street, but it's here every night and every weekend, right?" And what's the issue?
Right, well,
It's got
yeah.
every right to park there, but because it's got Amazon or whatever on the side of it, they can kick off and ring up about it. So what it is, they've got a reason to ring up. If it's just a
Right,
normal
so
car,
it won't
they
even
can't
be.
do anything.
It'll be some guy who's bought his own van. It's some guy who most likely has decided, I'm going to try and make a livelihood for myself. I'm going to be
Here's a convenient place to
enterprising,
park, yeah.
and I'm going to start my own business.
Yeah.
I'm going to work hard. I'm going to start my own business. I have bought a van which I need to park nearby, so I'm going to park it up wherever it's convenient.
Yeah, where it's safe to do so. I've got MOT, I've got every
And then
legal
that poor
right to do
guy's then
it.
getting-
But there's
getting
nowhere. Yeah,
Amazons.
but there's nowhere near to park it at your own house, is there? But so you park it in the next safest
Who will
available
ask?
spot.
That's shit, isn't it? I mean,
And there's been quite a few I've seen of that, and you just get over yourselves. Like, have you not got something better to do in your life?
no, but right. So so we were talking about this week, David, weren't we? About Karens,
Yeah.
and I do. So obviously, the amount of videos that you see online of all these Karens,
They're
getting-
addictive.
They
Oh,
are.
Because
yeah,
you're
they are
looking,
so good.
you're looking for
They're so
justification at
good.
the end to where they get arrested or they get something. You know what I mean? But sometimes there's no. I'm like, oh, she completely won,
You know
and,
what?
and her punishment was that she goes online and she's called a Karen.
Well, so I kind of, so I don't. I feel a bit bad for them, in a way. Some
Okay.
of them don't wrong.
Some of them, maybe.
So some of them, I think. So I think so. As I said on this podcast before, I suffer from anxiety. It's something that I've lived with for a long time. But there was a good portion of time where I didn't realise I was suffering from anxiety,
Right.
and I struggled with it. And the thing that you do when you've got anxiety and you don't really know what's going, like, kind of, you don't know why you're feeling like you're feeling, and the world feels out of control, and you try to gain any control that you can. And unfortunately, that tends to come out in anger, which is
I
how
get
used
that.
to be.
Yeah.
I used to be quite angry with a lot of things, and I think some of them, they're just trying to get some inkling of control in their life, and if that means externally because they don't understand how to do it internally, I think and it's quite in a way it's kind of sad because you're seeing.
Will you stop
seeing
ruining the
somebody-
Karen videos for me, please?
Well, in a way,
Sorry.
you're seeing these people at their absolute worst. They don't understand what's going on. They don't understand why their life's gone like it is. And it's kind of sad, really.
I feel like it's only a few. I'm sure that is, you know, but there's, I don't know. One thing I don't like about the whole Karen thing is that, let's say you're a customer and you get, I don't know, shitty service, or you get rude. You know, you just, there was like, and you get
got
a little
reason to complain. Yeah,
you got reason to complain. All right.
Yeah.
Yes. And so it's just like, you're not allowed to complain anymore because now you're going to be called a Ken or a Karen.
Yes, that's what I'm worried about.
You know, so it's just like, God damn it. Because there's definitely some times now where I have, it's just more I had to like, I look in the past. Before we started videotaping everything, as in like, I was just more of like, only because I was just pissed off. I'm like, seriously, like, this is what I ordered. I didn't want that. There's a reason why I did that. But of course, by me complaining, yeah, I would have been considered a bloody Ken. Or
is it the male Karen?
Yeah, Ken.
Yeah, Ken. But it goes, you know, like you were talking about dash cams the other week, and it's the whole context is key, isn't it? If someone just posts something of a dash cam, and then they go, oh, that idiot cut him up. Well, actually, there's more to that. It's the same with this Karen stuff, isn't it? If they actually showed the full video, they might be going, well, actually, they've got a reason to complain. So you're actually the one being a dick.
So I was parking up. I was going to Pets at Home in Warrington, and I was trying to get a parking spot, and I came along, found one, did my like proper indication.
You in a truck?
No, I'm in a car.
Okay,
I went to do a proper indication, going to reverse and stuff like that. This car comes along, and she's then puts her indicator on to go in my space, and I'm like, no, I've got this space. I'm just reversing into it. And she then does not move. She just sits and glares at me. And so I can't perform this maneuver because she's in my turning circle. So I have to get out and say, "Can you move your car? I need to get in." Well, this is my space. Fucking starts going off on one. Won't move. Cars start coming in behind me. Cars start coming in front of me, and I'm fucking stood. So I have to put my horn on to basically say, "Fucking move your car now." What the fuck are you doing? So anyways, I lost my temper a little bit. I was like, you need to move your fucking car. I had my indicator on. I'd come in here. Anyways, she eventually moved.
Oh, yeah.
Some people started getting out of cars to basically say she needs to move. So anyways, I managed to get parked. Someone kind of opposite where I was parked moved out, and she got that spot. Not a problem at all. And I thought, you know what? I'll go and have a quick chat with her, and I'll just go and resolve the issue. I don't like it being like.
I'm sure
that.
this is going to be a happy ending for everybody.
So I went up and I knocked on the door, and I said, I said, listen, I might not have dealt with that situation very well. As I was coming up to the parking spot, I did have my indicator on. I don't know if you'd seen that. And she said, I hadn't seen that. I thought you just wanted to take it. Turns out she said to me that she'd had, basically, it's from what little that she'd said, she's had a bad experience with men. I'm guessing something's bad's happened. And as far as she was concerned, there was a man telling her what to do, and it just instantly triggered her. And it was like a PTSD thing. And so I explained what I was doing. I explained I just needed some turning circle. Said, I'm sorry that I kind of kicked off. She then apologised as well. And that was it. The situation was then resolved.
Oh, well, that's a nice ending.
Well, it is, but it also goes to show as well, as we say, context is key.
Yeah.
Yes.
And
absolutely.
You don't. All you're looking at on these videos is someone getting fucking angry for apparently no reason, but you don't know what their PTSD or fucking triggers are, or what their past is, or it's like in a way, if you think about it, it'd be like fireworks going off on bonfire night and a soldier dropping to the ground, and you think, you fucking idiot, get off the fucking ground, what are you fucking doing down there? Well, no, because you don't know what has gone on in their life. You don't know what's happened in their life to have repercussions where something like that. And I'm not saying that they're all comparable, but at the end of the day, everyone's had a past life. Everyone's had fucking traumas.
Triggers,
everyone's had issues and stuff like that. Yeah.
Yeah. No, I get that.
Wow. We're a mental health podcast
really
now. What's fucking going on? Shit.
Just another mental mental
podcast.
Yes. No, that, it's funny,
so.
Tom. That's when you were. The exact same situation happened to me. To a point, that last story with the parking spot. I'm like, oh my god, it's like you're telling my story. But it's just a lot of people over here. They drive into spaces. I like to back into spaces. All right,
So
but
do
I
I.
think you know what I mean.
So
And
it's actually what you're actually not supposed to nose in.
really,
Yeah, you meant to
Yeah,
reverse in a lot
under
of
the
spaces.
highway code, you're not
Interesting.
supposed to nose in.
And driveways as well.
I was literally about to say if it's
sorry, my bad.
if it's on a main road. No, I know you're absolutely right. I was about to say the same thing. If it's on a main road, yeah, if you're backing out on a main road and
You're an
someone crashes
idiot.
into you,
It's your fault.
it's actually your fault because you should not have done that.
yeah.
And I'm be honest with you, I'm a bit of a dick with them. If they're backing out, I won't let them out.
Oh wow.
Because
Oh, okay. Well,
well, no, 'cause at the end of
Why
the day,
not?
you should have reversed in.
Yeah, yeah.
Go on
on
then,
you.
David.
It's
Tell
much
us your
easier.
Karen.
Yeah, what was
Sorry.
it? No, so yeah, your one was coming from the opposite side. She was gonna nose in. I was gonna like set up, but she was coming this way. I was like, you know what? I don't want to like stop her, so I'm gonna go and let her pass first. And
Oh,
of course
no.
and then she stops. I'm like, no. I need to use the area that you're in currently, so I can back in. You know, and I'm mouthing off to her. Now, of course, I have my mother-in-law in the car and my wife and the kid, right? And my mother-in-law got to see me very, very angry for the very first time. Like, this is anger that most people don't ever get to see. Like you fucking get the fuck out of my way.
You just made a bleepable offence, David.
I know, but I figured
My
it was worth
God.
it. And again, like, there was nobody behind me. There wasn't anyone behind her. It was just more like, I just, like, seriously, you're not understanding. Yes, you want to get in here, but I'm already here. You know, like, I was here way before you. I was being nice enough to not get in your way while I'm backing in. So I don't know, but it was just like I was so fucking embarrassed though. I was like, oh shit. Only because I forgot of who was there. You know?
Yeah.
And like I would
So
never
red.
swear in front of my mom, but I had no problem swearing in front of my wife.
Was she like, well done, David? Well done.
Oh, no, she didn't say shit, but it was just more like, oh fuck it, god damn it. There's one of those first impressions that she gets from me. But,
I mean,
yeah.
Amazing.
but
So,
you didn't get the nice resolution at the
So
end.
were you
where
a
told the
Ken?
person.
In this
No, I
instance.
didn't. No, she eventually drove off, and like I just basically and I didn't flip her off. It was more like, just go, just fucking go, like just
get out of my way.
Of course, she's just confused. I'm like, why are you even stopped? I want to get into the space, and you're blocking it. Is in her head. You know what I mean? But of course, if there was video footage of that, it would just look like a bearded guy really,
Crazy
really
man.
angry at a woman for no reason, kind of thing. You know, maybe.
Yeah,
You know, context is key.
exactly.
But,
that's it. I think
All right.
that's the thing of the podcast, isn't it? Context
Yeah.
is key.
So
Context is key.
I want to go back in a little bit more about truck driving a little bit. All right.
Ooh.
Tesla semi trucks. All right. We might as well. They're going to eventually down the road. There's going to be no more diesel trucks. There won't be. All right. It may be 50 years, 100 years, but it's happening, and it's starting right now. All right. In December, Tesla is actually coming out, and I can't remember who's.
actually
I
coming out in
don't know. Is
December?
it FedEx or who? I don't. There's some company that's just bought a ton of them, and it's interesting. What are your thoughts on battery powered vehicles when it comes to it? You know what I mean? Isn't like have you guys heard good things, bad things? Isn't like some of the facts are that in the biggest model, basically you can go 500 miles on a single charge.
That's not bad.
With the heaviest load. All right, and that's
really
absolutely
good.
great. Now,
Yeah.
and if you need a charging, all right, you can get 70% of your entire fuel in the first half an hour, and then it takes a few hours.
wow.
Then it takes a few hours after that to get max. You know what I mean?
Which
and,
is your overnight, isn't it? Overnight parking. legal
yeah,
charge.
and like if you run out like 500 miles, and like there is models that'll come out again in a year time that's actually only 300, because like a 300 miles will be fine for me. All right, as a local driver, I'm not doing
Yeah.
500 miles in a day, you know. So
Yeah.
I think a lot of people's complaints with Tesla or all companies that have battery powered whatever EVs, electrical vehicles, whatever, right?
Yeah.
It's like they're not getting their facts. They're hearing their facts from some random person like me, not doing any other research at all, you know. But they say that it's not as eco-friendly as it sounds. All right. Well, you still got to like how much power is actually going into creating that battery.
Still got power, yeah.
How much power did it take to actually create the entire car itself?
And where did that come from? Yeah.
Yeah, as in like, what happens to actual batteries after they're depleted or where they're no longer good. You know what I mean? As in like, some people will just say, as in like they get dumped into a I don't know, a quarry
Landfill?
or something.
Yeah.
Yeah, but they don't. All right, just
Okay.
they actually don't. They get recycled. In a way of they get used to powerhouses. All right, because there are factories or warehouses.
Well,
all
that's
right?
good.
Because
Yeah.
they don't need to be in such a small confined place. They can actually be stored somewhere else and still used. All right, so and a lot of the what is it? Because people will complain as like how much power it actually takes to create one. Well, it's carries the same amount of power to create a regular car too. All right, and how much power it is actually to create the battery. Not as comparing all the power to create that battery versus the amount of diesel that actually gets spewed out throughout the I don't know, maybe 1 million miles a truck gets on average before it's dead, and like it's doing okay. All right, and the fact that you're paying, I think you're paying less than half. The amount of money it costs to actually run it is less than half what it would cost as diesel. So
I'm guessing though. Sorry, Dave. I'm guessing when you do park up at night, you're gonna have to pay extra for charging though and things like that. Is that gonna be another thing?
Yeah, you have to pay extra.
I think that. I mean, so you say paying extra. I mean,
yeah.
Are you?
Because you're gonna have to pay for the electric, aren't you?
Well, yeah, but are you actually paying extra? If you
With
think
the prices
about it,
nowadays, yeah.
Well, no, but my point is, you're paying
fuel.
for diesel,
right?
So are you actually going to be paying extra?
No, you're saving money because you're not paying anything on diesel. You're just putting up to a charging station, staying overnight. You know what I mean?
And if you charge up, and if like say for instance the way it works, because I can't imagine, because if you're charging, I can't imagine them making you pay for parking as well.
Yeah, probably not.
For instance, in the UK, you'll just be on charging. So
eventually, I say that Tesla is going to own their own truck stops, and you're just going to have truck.
Probably.
If like there's so many semis on the road, and it's just like because right now, like I think when Tesla first started, I don't even know if they were charging people for electricity or they were just to get them, you know, where I'm sure they were. I may have heard this or may have heard it wrong. I'm just trying to I don't want to get my facts wrong, but you know. They had the stations all over, and you could just plug it in, you know, because electricity wasn't costing that much anyway, and they were just trying to get their name out, you know. Of course, now, like I filled up Tesla one time, and it was kind of cool. It was like a lot of time they have it where you can still go shopping. So I went into Target, and it came back, and it was mostly full. It was like great, and it only cost me to
that's
fill it
quite
up.
cool.
Like basically, when I say to fill it up, there was like I think there was like a 350-mile range in the car, and so to fill it up, basically, was only like $18, you know.
Yeah, that's pretty good then, really.
So yeah, you know, and like, God, I would honestly like Tom. I'm really sorry you don't like Tesla drivers. I'm really sorry, but I think the reason you don't like Tesla drivers is because they show up, because there's so much, and it's just they're not all bad.
Obviously, I've been uncharacteristically quiet throughout this so far.
What have you done?
I've just been searching. I've been searching.
Okay.
I want to hear what you got.
So I have two major issues with the Tesla.
The Tesla semi or the Tesla car?
Tesla semi.
Oh, okay.
With the car. Okay, let me clarify. I love the cars. If someone bought me a
Tesla
Tesla
hate the driver.
I would absolutely. Tesla
He'd be a driver he
drivers,
hates. Yeah.
And if you have bought yourself a Tesla, you're listening to this for some reason, thank you for listening. I love you as a person. You're a wanker. On the road, you're a wanker.
Why are they wankers? Because they're driving a nice car?
No, it's not. Because they drive like absolute wankers.
They are like the new Beamer driver.
No, they're not. They're not like the new Beamer, because the Beamer drivers, I honestly don't think were this bad.
You reckon?
I think the Beamer drivers just dialed up fucking
Well, the
5
Tesla
more
driver
notches.
just like sneak up on you now, though, don't they? So they're like,
I don't know what you're talking about when it comes to Tesla drivers. I'm so sorry. I have no beef. I've never seen them do anything wrong.
Tell me you've not got a Tesla in order.
I don't have a Tesla in order. Jesus Christ, I wish. You know, fucking hell. remember a few
UK
episodes.
Teslas.
Remember a few episodes ago, I was saying, I was like, you know what, life is great. I finally have money. Yeah, that's no longer the case.
It's nice while it lasted.
It was nice when I was renting, but now the mortgage and all the bills and everything, I was like, oh fuck. All right, now I gotta start penny pinching again.
Yeah.
Okay, now I know what the price of milk costs.
Right.
Go on,
Okay, so let's go through my 2 major issues. Number 1, they've tried to solve a problem with it. And in trying to solve a problem. So
what was the problem?
They've kind of what they've done is they've gone, right, well, the driver of the vehicle, you know, you never really have passengers. So why don't we take out the passenger seat? And sit you in the middle. Well, you do have passengers. Like that is, you know, you do.
You can still have a passenger
like that
in the Tesla Semi.
You then have 2 blind spots.
But surely that's only one model, though. There's going to be another model where there will be passenger because they've got to.
No,
but
you're
it
trading
doesn't really
and all
matter about
sorts.
that. But you sat in the middle, so you have 2 blind spots.
Now
so if you're trying to get on a bay, which is tight, and sometimes it's using the mirror cams, isn't it?
Yeah.
I have the same problem, Tom. You're not gonna. I basically once I saw that, I'm like, no. Oh, now the cab is a lot narrower in front than it is in a regular one. Okay, that's just it's not that wide. So if you do. It would be nice if they could just make it to where you can just slide over. You know what I mean? Or if you could just slide over to the right. That would be just, and then you control it with a joystick. I don't know. That would be like
you need like a little ejector seat that goes on the roof, and you can just see everything.
That would be nice, unless you're into a building.
Actually, I have 3 issues with it. I've got another one.
No.
All right. Okay. Number 2.
Go on then.
Number 2, so I've just been searching weights. That's what I've been on with. That's why I've gone quiet.
Oh, okay. Yeah, what
so
You could have done your research before this, by the way.
You brought this up as we were doing the fucking beginning of the podcast.
I did.
And you
Oh
were
my
like,
god! If you on my list of stuff that I was going to be talking about was right here on my phone that you had access to for like the last 4 days.
Yes, Tom, you should have looked at this, all right?
It was your idea to create the list that we could all read at the same time and edit. That was your idea.
He doesn't look at things. He doesn't look at things.
Yeah, I don't remember that. Right. Anyways, I've still got the information, you wanker.
Okay. Actually, it did work out because Tom actually let me talk. So there we go. Win-win.
Yeah.
Fucking hell. Lovely jubbly. Right, okay, so tear weight of just the tractor unit
Go on and what
is coming out at 11.5 tons,
Okay.
which is a big fat boy, that.
Well,
That's
how
a
much
big
are
fat
tractor
Not that
units
much.
normally?
Around 20.
So, an FH. So I've searched it because I wasn't really sure because obviously I know what it is with the. Well,
I know what
just
trailers,
bearing
yeah.
in mind, 11.5 tons.
22,000 pounds.
My truck and the trailer
It's about
is
14,
14.5.
Okay.
So
Yeah, the walking floor is about
3
17
more
and a
tons,
half.
and I
Yeah.
basically you cannot get a trailer that's only 3 tons more because you can't. So what you're looking at there? So okay, a Volvo FH 540. I was just having a look at some. So tear weight on that is 9.3.
Okay.
And on something similar to what we have at James Booth, they're in 8.6.
The FMs and that, yeah.
So you're looking at more. You're looking at 3 tons.
But are these
extra.
not American Tesla semis?
Yes, these are American Teslas.
So these are American as well.
But
so you have to take into consideration.
That's not because it's got nothing to do with the cabs. Because okay, right, look at this, right. So you've got a smaller chassis with a smaller engine,
Right.
and that's coming in at what did I say? It was 9.3. and then the other one is 8.6.
Right.
So you're looking at what is that 4, 5, 6. So it's like 700 kilos essentially difference between the much bigger engine.
Yeah.
And
It's
the
not much
bigger
in it,
cab, all of the stuff in it with all of the fucking microwave and this and that and the other versus the little small baby Volvo.
Okay.
So where the weight is coming from is the batteries.
Mm-hmm.
Now, don't get me wrong. There's two ways of them looking at to resolving this. Either diesels will stay around for some industry for a while
and
yet.
stuff, yeah.
So anything that is weight critical, so maybe logging. I can't
Walking
imagine
floor.
them going electric anytime soon. Again, walking floors, stuff like that. Or the government is going to have to come along and say, in like, say, for instance, America, it'd have to go. Is it 80? Am I right in saying £80,000 in California?
Everywhere. Oh,
Every
you do have exceptions when you have certain states go a little bit more, and it's a lot of like in Oregon and Washington and Idaho and I don't know, Colorado or whatever, right? Not Colorado. You can go up to 105,500, but that's with as long as you got the axles, as long as you have all the axles and you have the permits. So, but generally speaking, most 99% of the time, it's £80,000 throughout the entire country.
Well, isn't there a rule that's going to come in that we're going to be able to carry more weight in England anyway?
So
Is it going up to 47 or 52 or something? Allegedly. Is that a thing?
So it has. Okay, so it has changed for a specific trailer setup,
Right.
which I think, and I'm sure someone will correct me, but I think it's either 46 or 48 tons, and I can't remember what that is. 1 second. Pounds to kg.
Just double it.
So, okay, so 80,000 is 36. Wow! 36 tons? Is that
80,000
the maximum you're allowed?
80 ton, no, 40 ton. 40 ton is 80,000
can
pounds.
have. Wow.
Am I wrong on that?
Imperial.
I don't know, probably. I don't know.
I've just put 80,000 pounds into
Yeah.
kilogram, and it's come out as 36. What?
Interesting. I always thought it was double. When I say double, as in like double and then add
Is
3
it-
zeros.
Is it like currency? Does it
Yeah,
change?
it's 36. in
Okay.
kilos.
So what's 80? What's 44 ton?
So
44 ton is your max, isn't it? Generally speaking,
Yep.
because that seems about right. I don't know. I always thought it was double.
44 tons is 97,000 pounds, and I think it's 46
Wow.
is the new ones. So the new ones with the slightly different configuration trailers. I think it's 46. I'm sure someone will correct me in the comments, but that's 101 pounds. But they're gonna have to. They're realistically gonna have to up that, or they're gonna have
they'd be
to
good
up
for
it on
skips.
tippers. Well, yeah, I
The
guess,
mileage.
but I will.
And
So
everyone can have
on
6
on
wheelers
this,
because they're smaller cabs, aren't they? So everyone can have
so
a
have
bigger.
you seen the new electric Volvo?
Yeah, it does look nice,
It does. So like the
but it's very
Volvo,
small mileage, from what I understand.
Is this a
I think
truck?
Yeah,
So
I
this
think
is
it's
a
only
truck.
like 100 and something.
Volvo have a electric, electric 6-wheeler. Am I right in saying that? Or
They
is
got
it
18 tonners, haven't they? And then they got.
So I know one of the local companies, I think it might be A&F or Foxes, I can't remember who it is, but one of the local tipper firms have got one. But they're doing a lot of kind of sitting around. So they'll load up with tarmac and they'll go and they'll tip out a bit of tarmac here, tip out a bit. So the only issue... But then again, I guess that's using PTO as well.
Oh, I'd imagine so, yeah.
So...
Because, I mean, with skips and that, you're never going to go over 500 miles, are you, or whatever? You're only ever going to go sites and back.
Mm-hmm.
And,
I think Travis Perkins was looking into testing one. So I think places like Travis Pass, so there will
Things
be
like that make a lot of sense, really, because you could go to like we have a lot of things where we can't always go to domestic sites because obviously really early in the morning it's going to wake people up or stuff like that. So with an electric engine, we'd be laughing.
You could just rock up at any time.
Yeah, because
it is
PTO's
nice.
not going to make any noise, is it? That's all.
Have you ever been in an electric vehicle?
No.
That was the strangest thing of just putting my foot on the accelerator and going. And like,
so you've actually driven one?
I rented a Tesla, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
And it was great. And not again, just a car. But I've seen
it's still
videos.
going to be the same thing.
I have seen the videos of just the Tesla semis, and they're quick as hell, dude. Like seriously, they're foot to the floor.
So that's okay. That's all good and well. And yes, okay, fair enough. There are definitely circumstances where being able to put your foot down and off you go, that's really nice.
Mm-hmm.
But so for some, there is going to be cargo.
Is this number 3?
Well, that's a good point. I forgot. I don't know.
What is number 3?
The weight thing is
Right.
it's going to be one of these. It's going to be a massive. It's going to be a massive issue. I do think. But
it's going to be certain
point
jobs
number
you can do it in. Yeah, go on then.
Point number 3 is Ford.
Ford.
So Ford have the F-Max.
Oh
which
yeah,
is
yeah.
out in Eastern Europe. Now they managed to get it out into a lot of Eastern Europe. It's not a problem at all. They got it all, but I think trying to get it into the rest of Europe was a problem because the rest of Europe is you require certain response times for coming out if there's an issue or if there's a repair. So standard is 90 minutes from the point of phone call. That's like standard for Scania, for Volvo, for all sorts. So they're expecting within 90 minutes that are going to come out to you.
Someone's going to get there. Yeah.
Unless you are in a bad position, as in you're on a motorway, you're stuck out in whatever, they have to get to you, and they have to get to you then and there.
Wow.
So servicing would require them to put service points everywhere in the UK that Volvo, Scania, DAF, all these places have. And then they've got the same thing in France, in Germany, in Sweden. And that's a huge undertaking, which, don't get me wrong, I understand that Tesla has got a knack for spreading its wings. I think they're going to struggle. And
Well, they'll struggle, and then they'll get there. They
They're
have to at
already
least
there.
try.
Yeah, they're already there quite a lot though with the car ones. There's a lot of car places. It doesn't take much to just have a truck bit as well.
So, okay, so there's two sides to this. There's the European side, which I'm looking at, and obviously you're looking at the American side, David. And I think Tesla, I can imagine Tesla will very quickly get into the
American side of things,
the American
easy.
market because because you were saying that if someone comes out to fix you, that's not Volvo that comes out to fix you, or that if you've got a Mac, it's not someone from Mac that comes out to fix you. It's just a repair guy. But that's not how it is here in the UK. Unless they get contracts with Volvo, and Volvo's gonna field any calls that they get for a Tesla truck. There's a lot of infrastructure in the UK and in Western Europe that they're going to have to try and sort out before they can even vaguely get into this sort of market. I just can't see it happening.
A lot of money is going to have to be spent before they start making it.
A phenomenal amount. I cannot see them getting into the European markets as well as I think that the US market will do. I can't.
Yeah,
I
probably do
think
very
they'll
well
struggle
there.
in Europe.
Yeah.
I imagine Japan. They'll do it in Japan. They love their technology over there.
Yeah, they've probably already got it. It's already slidily there.
I don't know, because the Japanese like the homegrown stuff, and
You think they got a knockoff version?
And I can't imagine, because obviously I can't try to think what brands are popular in Japan.
Hino? Is it Hino?
I have no idea.
Is that one of them?
This is why we need producers.
There's a few weird ones. I've seen them.
Yeah. But I from what I understand anyway, is the Japanese very much like for small goods. Obviously, it's Mitsubishi. It's
Do you think they'll do like an Aldi? You know, we got like Aldi and Lidl, like the cheap supermarkets. Do you think they'll have a Tesla version of Aldi and Lidl?
What?
Well, you know, Aldi and Lidl are like cheaper supermarkets, and they're just not version.
Okay,
That's a
okay.
supermarket, you dickhead.
Okay.
Yeah, but they might do like a Tesla version where
There was a
just
lot
do
of people
knockoff version.
checking to see if their internet was okay there, right there, because that was such a long pause.
Well, like you got like Amazon.
That was the fucking. I think maybe some sound effects of like cogs turning possibly there, David, for a second.
Yeah, sound of a cricket. Yeah. There's lots of things we could. I'll try to do for that one.
You might have like Amazon
Maybe
come
extend
out
it
and
a
do
bit
their
longer
own
to make it
thing.
really uncomfortable.
No, I just imagine they're gonna do their own little thing at some point, aren't they? You always got like an underdog.
So are you trying to tell me that you think that Aldi is going to come up with its own version of the Aldi electric truck?
They might do. I would say more
By the way,
Amazon might do
That's
it.
a fucking thumbnail right there if I've ever heard one.
Which you have to create, by the way.
Oh my god. The Aldi electric truck.
There's
It'd be well cheaper.
If, by the way, if you've been watching this avidly for an hour now, and you're thinking, the Aldi electric truck, what the fuck are you on about? This is what we're talking about. We don't know. We've no idea right now. This has all gone fucking off the rail.
That's a thing. It's happening.
So you're basically saying is there going to be a knockoff version of Tesla?
Yeah.
All right, that'll be cheap. That'll be cheaper. All right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Or
I'm
Amazon
I'm
will
with
bring
you
it
now.
out.
That's
Yeah.
a fucking roundabout way of doing it. Fucking hell. I mean, just to point out, Daffy's doing an electric truck, as is Daff's doing an electric truck.
Freightliner
Right.
has for a
Volvo's
while.
doing an electric truck. The new Scania Super
Okay.
is multi-fuel. So it'll be basically all of the,
The hydro
new style
stuff, yeah.
fuels that are coming out in the future. It'll be compatible with that. And I think Chris, as in Balls Deep,
Trucking, Chris. Balls
our
deep,
Chris.
Chris. Oh my god.
that's
He's
what
still
we call him
going?
now. Yeah. Well, I was talking to him about this, and he was, so the guys from Scania were saying that that's going to be, or this Scania Super is going to be the last regular diesel fueled Scania.
Oh wow. Okay.
So after that,
So they're proper bringing it in.
whatever it is, whatever the new Scania will be, it will not be
full
diesel.
on diesel.
It might be biofuel, it might be whatever power, but
It'd be knockoff version of
this
Tesla.
is, yeah. I mean, I feel like we are going to get some rage comments for you calling a Scania a knockoff Tesla. Just to point out, Chloe's opinions are her own. Do not send us hate mail. Fucking shit. Chris
so
is going to have a
bad.
fucking
I'm so
hemorrhage
sorry.
when he hears this podcast. Fucking shit.
Just come back on and save himself.
Oh my god. Yeah. Can I
Sorry.
Can I just go through a quick story?
Yeah.
Oh, I know.
Go
by
on
the way,
then.
I know we're over an hour. This is going to be a
We're not.
bumper episode.
That's just the
it's
recording
fine.
time.
Okay, then we will be over an hour by the time I've finished. Bitches. So I had a crash this week.
Oh shit, that's right.
Oh,
yeah.
yes, you did.
Yeah, I had an actual. Holy shit! That was.
it your fault?
No, we checked.
So what
we
happened?
checked,
Go on.
checked the footage.
you
I'll
think
set
it
up
was
for
your
those
fault?
people who do know,
At the
but
start?
I'll explain.
He probably did, yeah.
Like, at any point did you think it was your fault?
Yes. Well, I'll talk about that in a second.
Go on then, go on.
So Junction 16, fucking Junction 16 of the M6. It's always fucking Junction 16. It's a twat of a place it is, but
Twat of a junction,
anyways.
righto. Yeah.
So
we're
basically,
on it. We're with it.
there's a roundabout on the
Always.
on the
Love those
motorway
roundabouts.
coming up to it.
Right.
Roundabout's got traffic lights set up and stuff like that at certain points
Okay.
around it. And as you're coming down towards it, you're on a dual carriageway. The signs
Okay.
come up saying, use the left lane to go southbound M6. Use the right lane to go northbound M6. I'm in the right lane. I want to go northbound. There's a truck a little bit behind me in the left lane going either straight over the roundabout down the A500 or he's going southbound. I've clocked him. It's fine. I'm watching him. I'm kind of doing all of that. I stop at the traffic lights. I'm trying to think now. He's trying to stop at the traffic lights. Oh, stop at the traffic lights, and he's starting to come towards me, or he's kind of coming down the hill. So he sees the green. I'm going, and he's coming towards. I had clocked him vaguely, but yeah,
you knew of his whereabouts-ish. Yes. Okay.
So I'm going around the corner, and as I start coming around the corner, he comes into my lane. Just straight up, goes straight into my lane, and so we don't think he's checked his mirrors, or maybe he's kind of seen me
and thought he had time.
Thought he had a lot more time than he did, or something. But either way, he didn't, and he ran down. He hit the side of the truck, and I put the horn on, and he'd got completely past me before from what I think. By the time he'd realised what he'd done, he'd already kind of passed me. So he's run down. Somehow he's not written the truck off. The truck was damaged but drivable.
Oh wow!
And so, anyways, I'll be honest with you, I was very shocked at what's just happened. If I'm honest with you, I was fucking shaking. I couldn't. That was
scary.
Absolutely crackers. Yeah. And
not pleasant.
So I call up my transport manager and I say, I'm just like, shit, I've just been crashed into. I think the truck, and I said to him, I think the truck's fucked. I think the truck's fucked me. Another truck's hit me. And so I park up, and
has he stopped? By the
walking,
way,
so the guys, it's kind of a little bit around the corner. The guy stopped, and he gets out, and he starts walking towards me. And like I said, before we start, I just need to make sure you're okay. So before I ever do it, and he goes, why ever do it, me? I says, you've just crashed into me. He says, no, you've hit me.
Oh no!
Oh no!
I'm like, and he was like, you should have been further across or something like that. And the way he said it, I was like,
questioned yourself. Yeah.
Wait, was I in the right position?
Gotcha.
Should I have been further across? And
well, there was no other lanes going, so you were in the right position.
Because it kind of happened, and the confidence this guy, I wish I could, if I could come at people with this much confidence that this guy had, and even when I'm in the fucking right and come and say to you, this is how it is, if I had that much confidence, holy shit, I'd be laughing at life. But this guy was fully in the wrong, and I'll be honest with you, there was part of me that you had belief in when I was like, maybe this was my fault. so I got my run done. Like, transport manager's like, can you get that last job done? And I said, I'll be honest with you, I'm going to have to come back. I had to come back, and I had to see the footage because it's playing on my minds the entire fucking time. Yeah. And I was like, so anyways, we brought the footage up. We've got full 360 cameras, so you can see down the sides, you can see the behind the trailer, you can see all sorts of stuff. Mm-hmm. And brought it up. No, it was fully his fault.
Thank God for cameras then.
I'd like to have seen his reaction once he found out that it was his fault. And like, how much in denial he is.
I've been told they're not contesting it. So, yeah. I mean, I spoke to his manager at one point. The guy, in fairness, it was lovely. It was lovely. It was very amicable. End of the day, we both kind of, there was no arguments, no shouting, nothing like that. It was just, we even had one guy that was like, where it drove past, like, you can't park there. I was like, for fuck's sake, there's always fucking
you always get that.
That fucking TikTok. I
don't know if I've seen that one.
Are you fucking joking me?
How have you never seen that?
How have you never seen it?
How?
How have you never seen this TikTok?
Remind me of it, please.
Some old fella that's crashed. And then he leans out and goes, you can't park there. Fucking
That's literally all you get. There's so many videos of it.
I've got to watch that one. I'm sorry.
Yeah, you can't park there. Original. Just search. I'm sure you'll be able to find it on somewhere, anyways. But it was the fact that it was that thing of the guy came over with so much confidence, and I was so glad that we had dash cams.
Because you would have been like, yeah,
I
apparently
tell
it
you
was my
what,
fault. Yeah.
I don't know. It was playing on my mind. Like, I mean, there was a crash that we had at Farrington's where someone went into me, and he again. I mean, that was fully his fault.
And he didn't admit it. Yeah.
There was, and he was like, no, it was your fault. And I believe, from what I understand, so his car had rear and front facing cameras, which I tried to get copies of and he wouldn't give me them. Anyways, that it didn't record.
Conveniently, of course.
What a load of fucking bollocks! And I said at the time, I'm pretty sure he's going to fucking destroy this, and he did. Because when I went back and reviewed it, it was like, yeah, there's no way.
I probably would have. I'm sorry, but yeah. I wouldn't give you evidence to make me be at fault, now would I?
Yeah.
I get it.
It's just the idea that someone can be that confident in when they've done something that wrong. Like I say, the guy was lovely. The guy was really nice. It was just, yeah, it just made me doubt myself, and yeah, don't know.
It happens. Things make mistakes. Yeah, people make mistakes. I've had it before on roundabouts where the junction looks like something completely different, but when you know it enough, you know you're in the right. But if someone else cuts up and beeps you, and you're like, no, I'm in the right. It's your fault.
Yeah.
And they were like, why are you wanker? And you're like, no. Look at the camera. Look at it properly. You know.
Horns trigger my anger so much.
Yeah.
Like, seriously, if anybody like here, I've told you before, and like I've been wrong. You know what I mean? And, like many times I've been wrong when I actually think about the situation. But when I get beeped, I don't know if there's something I get raged. I don't know. It's just my anger comes out, and I don't do anything. I'm like a barking dog. You know, I'm not going to do anything. Like I remember one time, this was in my car. I was trying to make a left-hand turn, or cross traffic, and a bike came down, and I was kind of blocking the bike lane, and he basically kind of like had to cycle around me, but he called me a fucking dickhead or a fool. I can't remember what he called me, but I was like, green anger, like but
you bastard.
I wasn't going to do anything. I wasn't even going to yell at him. It was just more of like I kind of I wanted to put into reverse and park and chase after him, but I was like, I wasn't even going to do that. I get angry, but I get angry to myself. I think I'm going to do something.
I've learned the satisfaction of just shouting out, "You're welcome." Nobody just wanders.
I had someone. I can't remember if it was last week or the week before. Out on the M6, and they came alongside me. And the passenger angrily pointed at me, and the guy blared his horn, and they sped off.
What?
For the life of me, I have no idea why. I don't know if something's happened with a different truck, and maybe they got confused.
Maybe.
I don't know if they had their indicator on, and maybe I was unaware because they were in a blind spot, or maybe they were trying to get out on a junction. There was a vehicle next to me, and I can't do anything about that. For whatever reason, these people are very angry at me. Do you know why? No idea why.
I
just looked at them, just giving this look of like, what? What's your issue? What's your issue? I don't know.
You'll find yourself on YouTube later. You'll be on the dash cam
Honestly,
videos.
that would be that would be a resolution to it, because at least I'd know what I've fucking done. Even if I was in the right or if I was in the wrong, doesn't matter. I know. It's all good.
I want to know just so I can improve my driving in the future. What did I do wrong?
Yeah,
I'd like to know so I can not care about it in the future.
You need like little text message things that just send off to your truck and go, "You did this." I'd be like, "Oh, my bad, bud."
I had a I had
Imagine
somebody.
if
I had somebody cite.
intercoms between cars. Just throw that out there. How amazing would that be? Please, David,
That
go
would
on.
be amazing.
Sorry, I had somebody sideswipe me one time. All right, I was in my semi, a car. I'm on the freeway going 60 miles an hour, or whatever, and I just happened to catch a guy lose control, and he's going off to the left, going to the right, and then all of a sudden sideswipe the center of my trailer. Now, I pulled over, and then he pulled over behind me. I looked at where did he hit me? Oh wait, I think he might have hit me here. There's a little scratch,
Like, you
but
can't see
there was
anything.
already, it's a trailer. It has scratches on it. So I look, and I was like, I look back to him and okay, his window is all smashed up. The side of his car is all, because, and I was like, dude, you didn't do any damage to me. And if you want, we can just leave it now. I'm not going to report it. I don't need to tell anybody. That way they can just, sort it out on their own. It wasn't like a nice car or anything.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And he was like, "Oh, okay, great, awesome." That was I did ask him if they're okay. Hey, first of all, I did the same thing.
Of course.
I did do,
Sure.
and that was all great. So I, okay, you're good to go. And he waved goodbye to me, and I was like, "All right, cheers, mate." And so I drove off, and then I'm looking at my rearview mirror, and I see him catching up to me, and now he's fucking tailgating the crap out of me. I'm like, "What are you doing?" As in, okay, maybe he's just getting my license plate. That's fine. So I don't know. 20 minutes later, I get a call from my boss saying, "Hey, you need to call officer blah blah blah." I'm like, "Why?" I'm like, "Oh, are you kidding me? What happened?" Some guy, he hit me, but he didn't do any damage. So I said he can go on. I was like, "All right, well, pull over, call the cop." So I called the cop and "Hey, what happened, man?" As in so I call him. I tell him who I am. All right, so we had.
Tell me what I think you're about to tell me. Fuck me.
Don't interrupt him. I'm engaged.
I tell you what, I think this is about to enrage me.
All right,
Don't interrupt.
Let's
Come
just
on.
see if it does or not. Right?
Oh, I fucking think I know where this is going.
So I'm talking to the cop. He said, "Okay, so the owner of the vehicle has called me saying that you sideswiped him."
Fucking knew
Okay.
it. I fucking knew
And
it.
and it was like,
wanker.
"What are you talking about?" And and that you did a hit and run. No, yeah, he hit me.
Wow.
I pulled over onto the side of the road. The other guy, and I spoke to the guys. I said everything that I just said, as in yeah, that makes more sense. Yeah, all right, yeah. I believe you. I'm I did pull over. I didn't do a hit and run. There was no damage done to my truck. And do you need me to go back? I'm like, no, you're fine. I don't. Yeah, because it was I think the people driving the truck or their car called the owner of the car, and then the owner of the car told him what to do. All right.
Right, he's the one that kicked off. Yeah.
And that's what I'm guessing. And of course, then I had to
Thank God the cops believed you, though.
Yeah. Otherwise, there was no evidence. No, I'm just driving, and I see him going out of control. And this is because he probably looked at his damage, maybe. I don't know. And
Yeah,
you
realised what had happened. Yeah.
you had to have done that because I don't think I could have
tell
whipped the
you
trailer
what.
that quickly.
Cameras.
Yeah.
Cameras. They absolutely should be fitted on every fucking
Yeah.
truck because
Mm-hmm.
there are knob ends. And it just goes to show, even when you are because you could have been a dick. You could have been like, "No, we're going to have to file this. You're going to have to fill out this forms. We're going to have to do this and this and this." You could have been a dick. You showed them absolute goodwill, and they just threw it back in your
Took full
face.
advantage, yeah. Yeah, fuck them bastards.
Because either way, even if it was the car owner that had said, "Do this, this, and this, and this," the guy should have turned around and gone, "No, the guy was decent with me."
Would you, in that situation, if you had cameras, would you not not want to tell them and then wait till they try and take you to court and be
I would love
"Oh yeah,
that.
here you go, by the way.
Did you want?
I'll
did you
just
want
give
to
me
see
all
it?
your money."
Yeah.
Fuck you.
I'll be honest with you, I think some companies do that.
That's
There
amazing.
are
I
some
would be
companies
well.
That'd be
up
great
that.
reaction
If someone's
videos
being
just
a
to see the
right
reaction
talent,
on them.
yeah.
Here you go.
Wouldn't it just? Here you go,
Surprise,
dickhead.
motherfucker.
Wow, I would
Yeah.
love to do that.
All right. On that note, Tom.
Enraging. Oh
Yes,
shit!
on
Yeah,
that
well, we
note.
need to fucking end. Fucking hell, I think we've gone over this week, mate.
Yeah, fuck it.
Right. Do we need to mention anything?
I think
Nah.
we did it.
Holy
all.
shit! Do we talk about trucks most of this episode? Oh no, we didn't. We talked about mental health. Holy, this has been like a really good episode.
We've done. Yeah, it's
Honestly,
been pretty
nailed
full
it.
on.
This
We've
episode
nailed this
definitely
one.
needs some good comments. 5 stars on
Absolutely.
wherever you get
Absolutely.
5 stars, and a thumbs up.
Go and share
Absolutely.
it with people. Be like
Give
lovely
us
and
some
share
love.
it. Exactly.
Yeah.
Hey, buy a
If, you
t-shirt.
just if someone's just crashed into you, just go, here's a podcast for you. Hey.
There you go.
Exactly. Yeah. Bitching.
you
All
go.
good. Right.
Yeah, and leave in the comments too. Like, what are your thoughts on Tesla? What are your thoughts on electric
Oh.
vehicles? Because we do get a lot of truck drivers. And
about your Audi ones?
It is a huge opinions. I want to hear from everybody on their thoughts between electric vehicles and not, and what facts are they hearing from people that don't know what they're talking about, like me.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Right. Thank you so much for listening. And if you haven't listened, how is it you got this far? But we shall see you next time.
Take it easy, guys.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye.